Hello friends, in last lecture we were solving the question related to midpoint theorem, converse midpoint theorem. In this lecture we will continue with the same. So here is the very first question of this lecture, that is taken from page 499, example 17th. Okay, in the adjoining figure, question is, in the figure in the adjoining figure, D is a median of AD is a median of triangle. AD is a median of triangle ABC, and E is the midpoint, and E is the midpoint of AD, and E is the midpoint of AD. So BE produced meets AC at F. Prove that AF equal to prove that AF is equal to 1/3 of AC or AC by 3. So it is given AD is ABC. Okay, let this is the triangle ABC and AD is its median. Then E is midpoint of used meets ACF. So we have to prove A equal to 1/3 of AC. In other words, we say if I have one more point Q, so AF equal to QC, that we have to prove. So given what we have given, in triangle ABC, AD is median, or in other words, if I say D is midpoint of BC, D is midpoint of BC. Okay, AD is median, that means D is midpoint of BC. Then E is midpoint of AD. To prove AF is equal to AC by 3. AF equal to AC by 3. A small construction is required over here. Construction: draw DZ parallel EF or BF. Draw DZ parallel BF. Okay, so now let us see its proof. It's not that much difficult. See, we have to prove AF equal to AC by 3. Now we have point Z, so actually we have to prove AF equal to FZ equal to C. So in triangle ADZ, or in triangle this in triangle this FCB, in triangle FBC, D is midpoint. Okay, this is parallel, so Z will be midpoint. Then in triangle this E is midpoint, this is parallel, so F will be midpoint. It's very easy. 2 times midpoint theorem, converse midpoint theorem. In triangle AEZ, it is given E is midpoint of this and EF parallel this, so F will be midpoint of AZ. In triangle ADZ, E is of AD, E is midpoint of AD, E is midpoint of AD, and E is midpoint of AD, and F is midpoint, and EF parallel DZ. Why EF parallel DZ, or how we get this information, that is EF DZ, that is by construction. So here I will write BF parallel dz by construction. So by converse midpoint theorem, what converse midpoint theorem says, that if a line segment is drawn parallel from the midpoint of one side, from the midpoint of this side we are drawing parallel to this side, so this will be third side. By converse midpoint theorem, f is midpoint of AZ. F is midpoint of AZ. Therefore I can say AF equal to FZ. That will be first one. Now in triangle FCB, now in triangle FBC, now in triangle FBC, D is midpoint of BC. D is midpoint of BC given, okay, and D is midpoint of BC and DZ parallel FB, and DZ parallel FB by construction. So by midpoint theorem, so by actually converse midpoint theorem, so by converse midpoint theorem, what I can say, Z is midpoint of FC. Z is midpoint of FC. Therefore FZ is equal to FC. Let it be second. So this is almost done. Okay, from first and second I can say, see here I have AF equal to FZ, here I have FZ equal to FC, so I can say AF equal to FZ is equal to ZC. Therefore AF is equal to AC by 3, hence proof. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now next question I will take from page number 500. Question number 19th. Example number 19th. Okay, so in the adjoining figure, DEFR, the midpoints of sides BCCA and AB respectively, of triangle ABC, of triangle ABC. If BE and DF, if BE and DF intersect at X or meet at X, while CF and DE meet at Y, prove that xy is equal to BC upon 4. Okay, so here again ABC is a triangle and midpoints of all three sides are given. Okay, we have triangle ABC. Triangle ABC. Okay, DEF are midpoints of BC, AC and AB. Okay, BE and DF. BE, if I join BE and if I join DF, okay, BE and DF meet at point X, this point is X, and CFDE, CF, that is CF and DE, they meet at Y. So we have to prove this XY is equal to BC upon 4. Okay, so a small construction, I think this will be required, FE. Okay, it's not that much difficult. Okay, let me explain you one in short first. However, this particular concept, particular thing which I am going to prove, we have already done. This BDEF is a parallelogram. See, F is midpoint of AB, E is midpoint of FE is parallel to BC and half of BC. That means FE is equal to BD, FE is parallel to BD. So this will be a parallelogram. Similarly, FE is equal to DC, FE is parallel to DC. So this is also a parallelogram. Okay, this means I am talking about this. This FEDB is a parallelogram. Now why I need to prove this parallelogram? See, actually I need to prove that X is midpoint of FD, and for that, see, let me remove this, then I think you will be able to see. Okay, now when this FE, I can say X will be midpoint of FD because in a parallelogram diagonal bisect each other. So I'll able to prove F is midpoint of FD. Similarly, I will prove Y is midpoint of DE. When these two will be the midpoint, I'll apply midpoint theorem in this triangle and I will say XY is equal to half of FE. And I have already one information, that is FE is equal to half of BC. So this means Y is equal to 1/4 of BC. So before I apply the midpoint theorem in triangle FED, I need to prove that these are the midpoints, and for that I need to prove these two quadrilaterals BDEF and DCEF are parallelograms. So let us see how to prove this. Given in the figure, DEF are the midpoints of DE and F are midpoints of BC, AC and AB respectively. Okay, then BE and FD meet at X. This CF and DE meet at Y. Okay, to prove XY is equal to BC upon 4. So a small construction is required, that join FE. Okay, construction join FE. Okay, now let us see its proof. F is midpoint of F is midpoint of AB, and point of and E is midpoint of AC. So by midpoint theorem, I can write FE is equal to FE parallel BC, and FE equal to BC by 2. FE parallel BC, FE equal to BC by 2. Okay, so FE parallel BC and FE equal to BC by 2. Therefore, I can write FE parallel BD and FE is equal to BD. Also okay, therefore FE parallel BD and FE equal to BD. Therefore FEDB, quadrilateral FEDB is a parallelogram. Therefore X is midpoint of FD. Therefore X is midpoint of FD. Reason: diagonals of parallelogram bisect each other. Okay, let it be second. Now, okay, here I proved FEDB is a parallelogram. Now in the similar way I will prove FECD is a parallelogram. Now FE parallel to BD and FE is equal to BD from first. I took it from first. Therefore I can say FE parallel to, in place of BD I can write DC, and FE is equal to, at the place of BD I can write DC. Therefore quadrilateral FECD is a parallelogram. Okay, therefore I can say Y is midpoint of DC. This is a parallelogram. Okay. Diagonal bisect as well as FC. Therefore Y is midpoint of DE. Y is midpoint of DE. Let it be third. Okay, reason again, diagonal of parallelogram bisect each. So I hope up to this it is clear. Now think for a while that how we solve it further, then I will give you its further solution. Okay, now we'll solve it further. So now see here I wrote so by midpoint theorem FE parallel to FE is equal to half of BC. Okay, I'm changing equations. Let it be first, let this one be as second, let this one as be third. So here from 2, okay, and here it will be equation number 4, because I need this F equal to BC by 2. Now in triangle FDE, now in triangle FDE, X is midpoint of FD. X is midpoint of FD. X is midpoint of FD. Okay, from X is midpoint of FD from third, and Y is midpoint, and Y is midpoint of DE. Y is midpoint of DE that I took from fourth. So by midpoint theorem, I can say XY is equal to half of FE. Therefore XY is equal to 1 by 2 into, now FE is equal to BC by 2. FE is equal to BC by 2. Here I can write FE is equal to BC by 2 from first. Okay, from first. Therefore XY is equal to BC upon 4. Hence proof. So please note it down. Okay, let us see the next question that is taken from exercise 10.3, page number 501. Question number 1. In the given figure, ABCD is a trapezium. Given figure ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel DC, in which AB parallel DC, and E is the midpoint, and E is the midpoint of AD, and E is the midpoint of AD. A line segment EF parallel AB, a line segment EF parallel AD meets BC at F. meets BC at F. Show that midpoint of BC. Show that F is midpoint of BC. Okay, given ABCD is a trapezium and E is midpoint of AD. Okay, so this is something like diagram is given. Okay, AB parallel CD, midpoint of AD is E, then EF parallel BC is drawn. We have to prove F is midpoint of BC. It's very easy. Given, we have given ABCD is a trapezium. Okay, with AB parallel DC, with AB parallel DC, E is midpoint of AD. E is midpoint of AD. EF parallel AD. EF parallel AB. To prove F is midpoint of BC. A very small construction is required over here. See how to get to know that where construction is required. Midpoint is given, midpoint we have to prove. That means it is quite possible that we have to apply the midpoint theorem. Now midpoint theorem we can apply only in the triangle. Okay, so that's why I am joining AC, so that I can get two triangles. Even if you join BD, that is also okay. So join AC, let it meets EF at Q. Construction, join AC, let it meets EF at Q. Let EF at Q. Now see, in triangle ADC, E is midpoint of AD and EQ parallel AB, because EF parallel AB, so I can say EQ parallel AB. So by converse midpoint theorem, I can say Q will be midpoint of AC. Okay, now in triangle ABC, Q is midpoint of AC and QF parallel AB, because EF parallel AB, so QF parallel AB. So again by converse midpoint theorem, F will be midpoint of BC. So let us see proof. In triangle ADC, E is midpoint of AD. E is midpoint of AD, that is given, and EQ parallel DC reason as EF parallel DC, as EF parallel DC given. Therefore by converse midpoint theorem, so by converse midpoint theorem I can say, okay, what converse midpoint theorem says? In a triangle, if a line segment is drawn from the midpoint of one side parallel to the second side, okay, parallel as EF parallel DC, I can say as EF parallel AB, so EF parallel DC. Okay, I can say EF because EF parallel AB parallel DC. That is okay. So in a triangle, if a line segment drawn from the midpoint of one side parallel to the second side, it bisects the third side. So by converse midpoint theorem, EQ bisects AC. Therefore Q is midpoint of AC. Let this is be first. Now in triangle ABC, Q is midpoint of AC. Q is midpoint of AC from first. Q is midpoint of AC from first, and QF parallel AB, and QF parallel AB because EF parallel AB. So by converse midpoint theorem, I can write QF bisects BC. Therefore F is midpoint of BC. Hence proof. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question, that is from same exercise, question number 3. Question: in the given figure, ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel DC. Okay. In the given figure, ABCD is a trapezium in which AB parallel DC and P and Q are midpoints of AD respectively, of AD and BC respectively. DQ and AB when produced, DQ and AB when produced, DQ and AB when produced meet at E. Also AC and PQ, meet at R. So you have to prove 3 things. Okay, so let us see its diagram and then we'll see its proof stepwise. Okay, what we have to prove? Prove that dq equal to eq, dq is equal to eq. PR parallel AB, PR parallel AB, and third AR equal to RC, AR is equal to RC. So ABCD is a medium. Okay. Further it is given AB parallel DC, P and Q are midpoints of AD and BC. P is midpoint of AD, Q is midpoint of BC. Then also DQ, when I produce DQ in this way, and when I produce AB, definitely they meet as they are not parallel, and the meeting point of these two sides is given E. Okay. Now you have to prove also AC and PQ meet at R. AC and PQ. This AC and this PQ meet at R. Okay, AC and PQ meet at R. So what we have given in the figure ABCD is a trapezium with AB parallel DC. P and Q are midpoints. P and Q are midpoints of AD and BC. Of AD and BC. Okay. Then DQ produced meets AB produced at E. DQ produced meets AB produced at E. PQ and AC meet at R. PQ and AC meet at R. To prove DQ is equal to EQ, that we have to prove. Then second we have to prove PR parallel AB. Okay, PR parallel AB. Then third we have to prove AR equal to RC. Okay, so let us see how to prove this. Not much difficult. See, first one is very easy. Just for a moment I am taking out this so that you can see these two triangles clearly. Now here you have to prove DQ equal to EQ. So first thing that should come in your mind, that if it is possible to prove these two triangles congruent, it is easy to say DQ equal to EQ. So we'll try to prove the triangles congruent. CQ equal to QB, it is given because Q is midpoint of BC. Also this is vertically opposite, as well as these two angles are alternate interior angles. So by angle side angles, triangles are congruent. So we will say DQ equal to EQ. Okay, so prove in triangle DCQ, in triangle DCQ and triangle EBQ and triangle EBQ. First thing, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Okay, angle 1 is equal to angle 2. Reason, alternate interior angles. Okay, then CQ is equal to BQ. CQ is equal to BQ. Reason, because Q is midpoint. Q is midpoint of BC. Then angle DQC is equal to angle EQB, angle EQB, vertically opposite angle. Okay, therefore triangle DCQ is congruent to triangle EBQ by angle side angle, and therefore DQ equal to EQ. Therefore DQ is equal to EQ, that is by CPCT. Here I can cite hence proved first. Okay, now second we have to prove PR parallel AB. PR parallel AB. So now see, in triangle DAE, when I say DQ equal to EQ, it means Q is midpoint of DE. Okay, P already given midpoint of AB. So now in triangle ADE, if I apply the midpoint theorem, I can say DQ parallel BE, sorry, DQ parallel AE. So but obvious I can say PR parallel AB. So therefore here I am writing DQ equal to EQ. Therefore Q is midpoint of DE. Therefore Q is midpoint of DE. Q is midpoint of DE. Let it be equation number 1. Now in triangle ADE, now in triangle ADE, P is midpoint of AD. P is midpoint of AD, that is given, and Q is midpoint of DE, and Q is midpoint of DE, and Q is midpoint of DE from first. Okay, so by midpoint theorem, I can say PQ parallel AE, that gives me PR parallel AB, that is PR parallel AB. So here I got hence proof second. Now next I have to prove AR equal to RC. So let me join this again as it was. Okay, that was angle 1 actually. AR equal to RC. Okay, so it is again very easy. AR equal to RC. See, in triangle ADC, I am removing this for your better understanding. In triangle ADC, P is midpoint of AD, that is given. R is midpoint of, no, P is midpoint of AD, and PR parallel DC, as PR parallel AB, but obvious PR parallel DC. So by converse midpoint theorem, R will be midpoint of AC, so AR equal to AC. So please note it down, then I will give you the remaining solution of this. Okay, So now we'll see its third portion. So let us see over here. Okay, PQ parallel AE, sorry, yes, PQ parallel A gives me PR parallel AB. Now, so now PR parallel DC, PR parallel DC as PR parallel AB and AB parallel DC. Okay, so now in triangle ADC, now in triangle ADC, P is midpoint of AD, P is midpoint of AD, B is midpoint of AD, and P is midpoint of AD, and P are parallel DC, and P are parallel DC. Let it be equation number 2. So I can say, or simply I can say, proved above. Proved above. So by converse midpoint theorem, I can say R is midpoint of AC. R is midpoint of AC. Therefore, AR is equal to RC. Hence proved third. So please note it down. Then we'll see the next question. Okay, now we'll see the next question. That is question number 4 from the exercise 10.3 only. In the given figure, ABCD is a parallelogram. In the given figure, ABCD is a parallelogram in which E and F are the midpoints of E and F are the midpoints of AB and CD respectively. AB and CD respectively. If GH is a line segment, if GH is a line segment, GH is a line segment that cuts AD, EF and BC, AD, EF and BC at GP and H respectively, prove that GP equal to PH. Prove that GP is equal to PH. Prove that GP is equal to PH. Okay, so let us see. Its diagram is given. Okay, so ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, parallelogram ABCD. E and F are mid. So E is midpoint of AB and F is midpoint of CD. GH is a line in this way, or line segment actually, which meets AD at G, EF at P and BC at H. Okay, so we have to prove GP equal to PH. So what we have given, ABCD is a parallelogram F is midpoint of F is midpoint of DC, that is we can say DF equal to FC, DF is equal to FC is equal to DC by 2. E is midpoint of AB, that is AE equal to EB equal to AB by 2. Okay. G belongs to AD, P belongs to FE, and H belongs to CB. To prove GP equal to PH. To prove GP is equal to PH. See, here we have DF equal to FC. Okay, so if I prove that these three lines are parallel, so by intercept theorem I can say, as the intercepts of one transversal between three parallel lines are equal, so intercept of another segment or another line between those three parallel lines will be equal. So here our target is to prove these are parallel. Now among these definitely two are already parallel. So basically we have to work on how to prove AD parallel FE or how to prove BC parallel FE. So let us see proof. See, it is given DC is equal to EB, DC is parallel to EB. So their halves will be equal. So I can say DF equal to AE, DF parallel AE. So this will be a parallelogram. And in a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So I'll have AD parallel FE. So DC equal to ABCD is a parallelogram. Therefore, I can write DC equal to AE and DC parallel AE. Therefore, DC by 2 equal to AE by 2 and DC by 2 parallel to AE by 2. Now DC by 2 is DF and AE by 2 is AE. Sorry, AE by 2, not here, it should be DC equal to AB, and AB by 2 is AE. Similarly over here it should be AB, not AE. So DF parallel AE. Therefore DFEA, therefore quadrilateral DFEA is a parallelogram. Therefore AD parallel FE. Therefore AD parallel FE. But AD parallel CB. But AD parallel CB. Okay, we have AD parallel CB. Therefore I can say AD parallel FE parallel CB. Let it be question number 1. However, it is almost done, so here I will write now AD parallel FE. Now AD parallel FE parallel CB from first, okay, from first, and DF equal to FC and DF equal to FC. So by intercept theorem, GP equal to PH. GP is equal to PH. Hence proof. Okay, so here simply I applied the intercept theorem. It says if the segments or the intercepts of one transversal between three parallel lines are equal, so here intercept of DC, which are DF and FC, are equal between these three parallels, so intercepts of another transversal, that is GH, will also be equal. That means GP equal to PH. So please note it down. Okay, so that is all about this lecture. Now we'll meet in next lecture with some more questions. Till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.